Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. We're glad you're here. And for those of y'all that were at my last video, we baked a cake. This is a cooling rack. They come in various sizes. And what I do after the cakes come out of the oven, after about 10 minutes letting it cool, then I put a paper towel over the top of it like this. And a small cake like this you can pretty much handle with your hand. Take your pan off, and then you would put it on your cooling rack and let it cool completely. You have to let it cool completely before you start frosting, or your frosting's gonna melt on it. So then after it's cooled, you can either put it on like a plate. I'm gonna put this on a cake board, but a plate is perfectly fine. Or if you have like a cake plate, some people have, you know, the pretty dome covered cake. So then what I'm gonna do is flip it over and put it on there. All right, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna level the cake off. So I have this big knife, and you don't have to level it off, but I like to level it off. Let's see if I can get you down here, just to make it pretty. Plus I usually stack cakes, so it needs to be level. So what you do is hold your elbow in, start your knife, and just kind of hold the cake and turn the turntable. And I'll show you all what this is in just a minute. And then there's good crumbs for everybody to eat. They're tired of eating cake at my house. I've baked so many cakes. Anyway, so this is on a turntable, and this just actually makes it easier to frost your cake. So you can get these at Walmart, you can get them at Joann's, you could get them at Michael's, you can get them at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby used to have Wilton brand products, but they've stopped selling Wilton and they've come up with their own brand. And I'm kind of a Wilton girl. I've just used Wilton products all my life, it seems like. Today we're going to use a stand mixer. Now yesterday we used the hand mixer, but today we're going to use a stand mixer. So if you don't have a stand mixer, just use your hand mixer. But I promise you, you're not going to want to make frosting with a whisk or a fork like you could a cake. All right, so I just put my flat blade on. Now, to make frosting, you need powdered sugar. And I just get the 2-pound bags of powdered sugar. I'm not real picky about the brand of powdered sugar, but you do need to sift it, and we're going to need 6 cups. So I'm just going to sift me out 6 cups, and y'all, I am a messy baker. I will have it everywhere. But I've just got it in my little hand sifter here. I've got one that's got a crank on it that would probably do it quicker, but this one's just easier to get to. Not only am I a messy baker, I'm a lazy baker. Anyway, for those of y'all that is your first time here, I don't think I said this, my name's Cindy Newcomb. I'm a registered nurse by day, and then I bake at night. I'm a potter. I'm a seamstress, musician. You name it, I do it. Whatever needs to be done. I've been making a whole lot of masks and headbands and surgery head covers with all this COVID stuff. Okay. So we've got this sifted. This is what we're going to measure it with. This is our dry measuring cup. This is 1 cup. So I'm going to set that there. Now, we need Crisco. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 3/4 of a cup of Crisco. And these are some really neat measuring cups. I really like these. These are Pampered Chef, yet again. But I have seen knockoffs of these, I think even at Walmart and at like the kitchen collection stores and stuff. But what's neat about it is you can pour liquid in here, or if like you're measuring peanut butter, Crisco, things like that, it's got measurements here on the side. I don't know if y'all can see that. So then you can just push it out and it doesn't make as big of a mess. So what I'm gonna do, and I tell you, you don't have to be as exact with your frosting as you do with the baking part, but I'm going to use about 3/4 of a cup of Crisco. that measured out. All right. And the neat thing is you can just take this and you just push it with the other end and it goes right in your container. I hate digging Crisco out of a measuring cup. Anyway, so that's that. So we're through with Crisco. Now, if you're not used to using sticks of butter, it has marks on the side. Let's see if I can get it in there where you can see it. Where it says tablespoons. So 1 stick of butter is a 1/2 cup. So if you need a 1/2 cup of butter, you don't even have to measure. You just throw the stick in. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tablespoons in this stick of butter. We're going to use a 1/4 cup of butter in this. So we're going to cut this 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use 4 tablespoons, which is a 1/2 of the stick, which is a 1/4 of a cup. In the winter months, you can get away with more butter, but when it's hot like this, I have to cut the butter way back because we live in Arkansas and it's very humid. Very humid. All right, so now I'm going to turn this on. Another neat thing about these measuring cups is this is the baby. I think it's so cute. This is 4 tablespoons you could do. And then this is the bigger one. You can tell it's been around a while. It's a 2-cup one. But I really love those. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to get some water. I'm going to get a 1/2 cup. That's what I'm going to start with. Okay, now I'm going to put in there I did it without thinking. Remember how we talked yesterday about flour and stuff? You want to scoop it and put it in your measuring cup. You'll get a more accurate reading. So we have 1 cup. There's 2 cups. And 3 cups. Now I'm going to turn it back on for a minute. We're going to use a total of 6 cups. Now I use 3 flavorings in my frosting. I use almond extract. Now almond extract is extremely strong. So I only use a 1/4 of a teaspoon. If I can find my teaspoons. So actually that's a 1/2 teaspoon. So I'm going to break it in half here. I'm going to fill my 1/2 teaspoon half full, which gives me a 1/4 of a teaspoon because it gets real strong. All right, so what we're going to do now is turn the mixer back on. See, I told y'all I'm messy. I should wear an apron, I guess. I'll turn that on too high too quick. We'll pour the rest of the water in there. I'm messy. Messy, messy. Anyway, so now I'm going to scrape the sides again. Make sure everything gets mixed up real good. And see, this is what it looks like right now. Anyway, the consistency, it'll fall off the spoon if you let it hang there, but not just fall off the spoon, you know. I'm trying to think. It's kind of like a thinner peanut butter. I guess that's what I would call it. Kind of like a thinner peanut butter. So now, put this back on. I'm going to color this a tan. Oh, Lordy girls. Guys, I get powdered sugar everywhere. And I should know, a KitchenAid, when you start it up, you got to start it slow because it will get all over you. My kitchen's always covered in powdered sugar. Now, what I'm doing right now, I'm putting in some brown food coloring. And this is a gel, and this is from, it's Almond. It's from Global Sugar Art, and I ordered that online. It's just a lot more concentrated than what you get. Plus, you don't have to mix your colors. All right, So I just put a drop in here. See, it's the color of tan. So that's real good. All right, so we've got our cake, and we've leveled it. Get this stuff out of the way. All right, now these are offset spatulas. This is a large one, and this is a small one. Like I said, you don't have to have them. It just makes things easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some of this frosting on top here. And I'm just going to spread that around. You just kind of spread it. If you spread it and turn your table at the same time, it just kind of spreads it evenly. If you're like me, you're so ready to eat the cake, you don't care if it spreads evenly. All right, so I've done the top. Now I'm going to do the sides the same way. And whatever excess comes up to the top, I just kind of rake it in. I'm going to go all the way around. So we did end up using a ½ cup of water in our frosting. So we used 3/4 a cup of Crisco, 1/4 a cup of butter, 6 cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of almond flavoring, 1/2 teaspoon of butter. I'm sorry, 2 teaspoons of butter, and then 1 teaspoon of the Mexican vanilla. You don't have to use Mexican vanilla, but man, it just makes it taste so good. I think I'm gonna start canning vanilla. I just think that'd be wonderful. I was reading about some Madagascar vanilla beans today. I don't think you can get them anywhere though. You have to order them online. Anyway, okay. Now, that it's as simple as that. So then you can always just kind of use your offset spatula, make you a little decoration inside, and there's your cake. Just as simple as that. Now I gotta take a shower. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping by today. Hope y'all enjoyed the mess. We didn't have any dogs running through barking today. But I was trying to get that light better so you can see. I don't know if y'all can see how that turned out or not, but that's how easy it is to make frosting from scratch. It's super simple. So I appreciate y'all stopping by today, and who knows what we'll get into next time. But please subscribe if you enjoy the madness, because it's a little crazy around here. I'm a little crazy, but that's all right. God made me that way. Anyway, y'all have a great evening, and I'll see y'all soon.